Let me go ahead and get into some of the details after about an hour of wearing it. Hey guys, welcome to the video. My name is Cami and this is a foundation wear test and review video. My last foundation wear test was the COVERGIRL foundation. I'm going to link that down below for you just in case you're interested. And before that, I did the MILANI foundation wear test. So that is also linked for you just in case you're interested. I've actually owned it for a few months. I just had not filmed the video. So here we are. I'm going to be wearing the NYX Born to Glow foundation for 8 hours. And I'm going to be testing it out and checking in throughout the day to let you know how it goes. Now, just so you guys know, it is 11 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to be wearing this until about 7 p.m. Let's see how it wears for 8 hours. Please don't judge this video on my brows. I was struggling with them today. I like to go ahead and use products that I know work for my skin type. So I'm going to be using my same primers and moisturizer. Let's go ahead and prepare my face for the foundation. So even though at the moment I'm filming this in the spring, it's warm out, and also I have oily skin, I'm still going to use moisturizer. The primer that I really like to use is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Spray, either the cucumber or the coconut one. And then that is a wet primer. I also use one that is not wet. Usually I'll use the One Heck of a Blot primer, but today I'm going to use the SMASHBOX Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. I'm just going to put a little bit where I get the most oily. This product is clear. I'm gonna disperse that in the most oily places on my face. Also, I'm gonna use a tried and true powder that I love. This is the Revolution Lace Powder. Before we get into the video, I want to go ahead and do the shout out. You guys, I love doing a shout out. It usually comes from a comment that a subscriber has left on any of my videos. And for this shout out comes from Hannah Hall, and she says, I would love to see some L'Oreal Infallible Foundations reviews or Maybelline Superstay Foundation. I've heard some good things about them, but I would love to see you try them out. Thank you, Hannah, for your comment. I appreciate you. Glad you're here. You guys, last year, one of my favorite foundations was a L'Oreal foundation, and I never actually did like a review and wear test to tell you guys exactly how it went for 8 hours. So I'm thinking about doing that in the very near future. Guys, keep commenting and maybe next time your comment will be in the shout out. But also there is the bonus giveaway question. If you don't know what this is, then I'll link that giveaway down below for you. And maybe you want to participate. It's not required, but it is fun. So the bonus giveaway question for this video is, so a few months ago, someone asked me to do the 25 questions tag, and I haven't done it yet. Write down below in the comments what your question is to me. It could be something you want to know about me, something you want to know in general. Write it down below in the comments. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk more about the NYX Born to Glow foundation. On the Target app at this moment, you can order things and either have it delivered or pick it up. But it's nice that you can go online and buy it right from the convenience of your home. So let's find out how much this is. This is $9.99 on the Target app. On the Ulta Beauty app, you can also download and order items, and this foundation is $10. So at Target, it is 1 cent more affordable. On the Ulta app, of 559 reviews, it is averaging 4 out of 5 stars. Now this is interesting. So for the first 4 reviews I'm reading here, this product has 5 stars. There are 45 different colors, so that's really awesome. For this wear test, I'm going to use the color Caramel, and on the back of the package it says Naturally Radiant Foundation. I usually don't go for radiance in a foundation, but we're going to try it out. The benefits of this foundation say buildable medium coverage that lasts all day, best foundation for a dewy glow, it's cruelty-free, and it has a vegan formula, which is, in parentheses, no animal-derived ingredients or byproducts. This Natural Glow Foundation tube is the key to creating a truly radiant look, whether you're looking for foundation for dry skin or foundation for oily skin. I have oily skin. We'll see how much it covers any of the blemishes that I have. And I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. So it comes in like a squeezy tube. It's 1 ounce of product, so that's pretty basic and normal for a foundation from the drugstore. It does have this foil cap on it. That's nice. So you know that your product has definitely not been tampered with if it has that. So I'm gonna take that off. I feel like it might be liquidy. Should I shake it up? Let's shake it up. Oh, it is really liquidy, okay. It sounds like it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 2 drops here. This does look like the other caramel colors of foundation that I already have. So let's go ahead and dot this in. I absolutely love this sponge. It just disperses everything so nicely. Okay, so I cannot see through the foundation so far. Let's just see how far, I think it was the 2 pumps goes. I like to just kind of put it everywhere just to see if it will spread, so I know how much I have to use every time. I kind of like to know that like right away. Oh, this is spreading pretty nicely actually. I guess I did use kind of a lot. Lately I've been seeing people use like 1 pump of something. I don't know why I'm like holding my hair over here. Oh. Lately I've been seeing people use like 1 pump of a foundation and spreading it all over their entire face. I'm like, how do you do that? And my face is not like really big. It's more on the narrow side, but like I like to use at least 2 pumps. I guess it's because I normally like a full coverage foundation. This foundation says it's medium buildable. It doesn't use the word full. I would say this foundation definitely is at least medium because I had some blemishes here. And I really can't see like the scarring from the blemishes, and my scars are not typically red. They're typically like purple, like brown, dark brown actually. And I don't see purple or dark brown on my face. Not anymore. That was definitely a scar. Whoa. Okay. All right, NYX. I mean, I knew I loved the butter glosses, but so far, I like the coverage so far. Okay, so I definitely think that I won't say 2 pumps because it wasn't really a pump. It was 2 squeezes. 2 squeezes is enough for my face. It's definitely glowy, and I think it is a good color match for me. So if you have my color skin, then caramel is probably going to work for you. Yep, the blemishes are covered. I honestly don't think it plays up my texture. I think it actually blurs it a tiny bit because I have a lot of texture here on my cheeks on both sides, and it kind of blurs it to me. So this blemish was definitely purple, and it's not. It's doing a very nice job of kind of color correcting on its own. I don't know if that's gonna fade. We'll see. And I think it's covering really nicely. And I have this red blemish here that I don't like, so I actually think this is doing a nice job of color correcting on its own, but that might be because it's medium buildable. Maybe 2 squeezes is a lot, and that is considered building the foundation. That's what I did. And then there's like a nice look to my nose and my chin where you would naturally be glowing if the light is shining on you. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my concealers and my powders, finish my makeup, and I'm gonna be back as soon as I'm done with my makeup to tell you how it's faring with the powders and concealers. We're gonna see if it's lifting or separating anywhere. At the moment, it's not doing any separating, and I love that. So we're gonna check it out in a few moments, and then we're gonna continue wearing it for the rest of the day, and I'm gonna check in with you guys. Hey guys, welcome back. So I am done with my makeup. Let me go ahead and get into some of the details after about an hour of wearing it. This foundation has not separated around my nose. It hasn't separated between my eyes or on my forehead. I don't feel like this is too glowy for my naturally oily skin. I don't feel like it's too radiant. And I actually really like the way it's holding up after I've been talking and putting on different types of makeup and powders and more creams and highlighters and things like that. If you'll see, like on a close-up, it looks really good on my forehead. I put on blush, I put on bronzer, and the foundation has not gone patchy or moved. And if you'll see on my cheeks, I did have texture. This actually looks okay on my texture. It really kind of blurs it, like I was saying that I noticed a little bit before. I think it looks fine over my texture. If anyone's worried about texture with this foundation, don't be. It's not gonna completely blur it all out, but it's going to be okay. Let's keep wearing this and I'm gonna check in with you guys. Oh, it's the phone. The phone is in the way of the natural light, but I'm just giving you a quick view of what I look like. It is 5:22, and yeah, I got lipstick on my chin because my tuna melt was really good. But yeah, I look the way I always look with foundation. Like, I look oily. That's just how my skin is. So I'm not really myself focusing a lot on that. That doesn't matter so much to me. Again, I mostly just look for, again, to see if the foundation is separating anywhere that I don't want it to be separating. And I don't know. I guess it's separating a little bit around my nose, and we'll do like the final verdict for how it looks at 8 hours. This is the 5-hour mark. And just in case you're wondering, like, oh gosh, this looks like, how could this foundation be good? What about all this? I keep saying throughout all my videos and my Instagram stories today and everything, my skin is oily, and I also don't reapply powder that much. So I'm giving it like a fair shot. So we will check back together in a couple hours. Hi guys, it's 7 o'clock. Well, hold on, let me get my phone. A couple hours after wearing this foundation, I found that my skin reacted normal. I was just editing and working, and it looked a little bit oily on my cheekbones, which I knew it would, and my cheeks. And basically that's the only difference that I saw a couple hours after wearing the foundation. I had lunch. I had this amazing tuna melt sandwich. It was so good, but the foundation didn't wear off at all, and I was chewing and things like that. The foundation did not settle into my smile lines like I've had with some other foundations that I recently tried out. And as far as it settling anywhere else at that like 3 or 4 hour mark, honestly, I just saw a little bit of it. I saw a little bit of the foundation separating around my nose, but not around my mouth, not in my forehead area. So when I had lunch and when I was working and editing earlier, I was still really happy with the foundation. The only difference now from that 4-hour check-in is around my nose. That's the only difference. It's separating a little bit around my nostrils. As far as I can see on my forehead, this foundation did very well. I'm so surprised for a glowy foundation to have performed like this. It almost performs better than some matte foundations that I've tried. Honestly, even the separation around my nose is not that bad. I really expected it to be much worse, especially because this is not a matte foundation. I just thought it was gonna slide around everywhere on my face. But also, I know which powders work for me, and that will last a long time. So that's a little bit of the equation, but I think anyone who's wearing a foundation who also wears a powder knows which powders to wear with which foundations. I think that this is great. I wouldn't repowder if I didn't have a couple of giveaway videos to film right now. I'm going to repowder and put on a little bit of lipstick because I need to look fresh for those videos. This is a non-matte foundation that I would definitely recommend to anyone who likes a matte foundation. If this is good for me, I'm not really sure how it's gonna do for someone with dry skin. I don't know. Are they gonna glow as much as I do? I'd hate for them to miss what's going on right here on my forehead. I think this is really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think that this is it's definitely for someone with oily skin. If you still wanna look like naturally radiant. I haven't really been able to make that statement with any of the other foundations, like one of the best all year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm so glad that I'm exploring non-matte foundations. This foundation is definitely worth the $9.99 or the $10 at Ulta. I'd pay $10 too, just for the convenience. I'd pay the 1 extra cent. I think the foundation is really pretty. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll leave my handles up here on the screen. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to enter my makeup giveaway that I have going on right now. I'm gonna leave the link to that in the description box down below. I'm gonna have to add this foundation to the list of products that I enjoy by NYX.